don't understand our connection. They could never understand.
I need more time.
I am eternal.
Patience!
Kill her, quickly!
Take me for cheating. I am yours. Give me.
I need more time.
Search for the fabled
For you.
Fields of ash and chasms of flame shall restore Amiri. Your affliction.
Not yet. Not yet!
The fourth edict of the
Not ready! An easy trophy.
Alright, a final build update for the Flame Breath Wyvern Pathfinder. I'm currently at level 95 and I've done most things. I still have to do a 6-modded Citadel map to finish the last boss node. I still need to do the last Delirium, but other than that, all other tier 3 bosses are dead. Arbiter of Ash is dead, normal Arbiter, that is. So I'm feeling that this build is complete at this point. So, Flame Breath. Just to go through the skills themselves. Flame Breath is a skill that says that you channel, you fly up, and you start flying around, and you start breathing fire down upon where you are. The reason why we're playing Pathfinder is because of less movement speed penalty from using skills while moving. So I wanted to go as fast as possible, hence why the name Speedy Lizard is. Stacking movement speed on the tree, and as much movement speed as we can get on the boots themselves allows us to move really quick. The Flame Breath itself deals base fire damage and converts 100% of physical to fire. But you can also consume power charges with this skill to add another 50% of damage as extra lightning damage. So that way, we need to generate power charges. We do that in 2 different ways. One is through lingering illusions. So every time we dodge roll, we'll leave this copy of ourselves. If an enemy hits it, it will drop power charges. The second way we do it is by using Devour, which allows us to call enemies on less than, what is it, like 10% life, and also gain some life back, or we can eat corpses on the ground. So normally the gameplay looks like this, that we dodge roll around at the start to get the power charges, then we start flame breathing all over the place. Once our flame breath is out, we roll back and we eat the corpse, and that's about it. He also states that you can spend rage to channel the skill longer. To get rage, we use Ferocious Roar, which has a note on it that states that we get 3 rage per enemy power in range. Combine that with Raging Cry, and on the skill tree, the war cries have a minimum of 10 power, will allow us to just instantly gain 38 rage stacks straight up, like that, in one click. Which also allows us to basically channel the skill for longer than its cooldown. Now I can't really show it because I don't have a power charge, because power charge also allows us to channel for longer. On the tree, we stack movement speed, elemental damage, attack damage, movement speed, skill speed, and whatever defensive layer you want. You can go with evasion, and instead of grabbing extra damage from the nodes, you can get the 50% evasion rating, also grants elemental damage reduction, and stack, what is it called? I never really used this. Not stop threshold. Deflected hits you can stack. So to lower incoming damage and dodge instead. I went with the armor route because I'm gonna path over to the warrior side of the tree anyways for all over the fire damage, and I have pretty easy access to armor nodes, and armor applies to elemental damage on the tree. Our gear is a solid talisman. I was very lucky with this craft, specifically the fracturing on the attack speed, which allowed me to get the perfect attack skills and onslaught on kill, and I could just easily essence add the flat physical damage, and then I desecrated the percentage fizz. We're using Soft's Blood, mainly because of the crazy amount of fire resistance, but also the 90% increased maximum life up to 20%, which is fairly good, and enemies in our presence have negative 25% fire resistance, just to boost the initial damage of the flame breath. Rest of the skills, well, of the gear, is just armor applies to elemental damage, resistance is life, fire damage, physical damage, and attributes, mainly intelligence. If you have this node, Traveler's Wisdom, you can replace nodes on the tree and instead add 5% increased damage, I think it's 5% increased armor, or 5% increased cost efficiency. Cost efficiency is completely irrelevant in this build because you will only use a skill once, and then channel it for, well, and your mana pool will regen all the way back up before you are doing your next combo. Speaking of combos, Rend is the auto attack of the wyvern form, which states that you also consume power charge to gain a buff that grants you up to 60% of damage gained as extra lightning. We can also compare this with Bata's Vengeance to get another like almost 40 to 50% damage as extra cold, and if we combine that with Embitter, all the bonuses we get from that will all be converted into cold damage instead, which means we have pretty much almost 100% damage as extra cold from Rend itself if it freezes an enemy. We have the 50% damage as extra lightning from Flame Breath plus the Flame Breath itself. So we have basically 150% damage as extra on this build of different elements. Since we have all 3 elements, we can also benefit from this node and these nodes here. Increase damage against shocked enemies, against chilled enemies if you want to go 2 points here, and damage against ignited enemies. Charms, I'm just going with cannot be stunned, immune to freeze, and poison. You can do whatever you want here, whatever floats your boat, but immune to freeze and stun is too good to pass up on, so I would highly recommend getting those 2. The third one is up to you, really. That's the build. and I'm thinking of probably trying out something new. As this character is level 95 and I've done pretty much everything I want to do on this build. I hope you enjoyed this showcase and the build itself. It's great fun, just flying around at Mach 10. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.